Hello, Sarah here from Frameweld. In this video, I'm going to show you the basics of how to create a course in Encourse. First of all, not all instructors have permission to create new courses. A faculty administrator or organization administrator must grant user permission to create courses. If there's no Create New Course button available on your course page or dashboard, contact the administrator at your organization to have courses created for you. I can create a course from the quick links, but I prefer to create a course from my courses page. So we'll choose courses from the admin drop-down menu at the top of the page. If an administrator created a course for you or you're returning to edit a previously existing course, this is the page to access it. To open a previously existing course, just click Open to the right of the course you want to edit. To create a new course, we'll click the Create New Course link at the top of the page in the window that just opened. We'll give our course a name and click Create. This will bring us to the course settings page. The course settings page allows us to manage the course settings and permissions as a whole. We can always come back and manage course settings even after the course is active. However, there are a few exceptions. While we're building a course, the only required field is the course title, which we entered when we created the new course. The intro description is a short description that will be shown to students on the course listing page and course info page. The full description field can offer additional information about the course and is only accessed from the course info page. The course image accompanies the introduction description on both the course listing page and the course info page. Because the image window is rather small, it's best to upload a picture that is 300 pixels wide by 225 pixels tall. To add a course image, click the Choose File button and navigate to an image on your local disk, then click Open in the dialog box. Before we can publish a course, we will need to assign an instructor. Select the instructor or multiple instructors responsible for student correspondence from the drop-down menu. All instructors from our organization should be listed in the menu. Contact your on-course administrator to add an instructor if they're not on the list. We can choose whether or not the instructor will be visible to students by selecting Yes or No under the option of Display Instructor. Category is an optional field that makes it easier for students to search for courses on the All Courses listing page. Categories can only be created by administrators, so if you need a new category added, contact your local administrator. The Add Mini Site portal allows us to link a set of presentations from the workshop to course curriculum. This is an optional feature for additional information and step-by-step instructions on adding a mini site. Check out our knowledge base. The course start and end dates set the dates for when the course becomes active. This is the time period for which content will be available for students to access. If we do not set a start or end date before publishing the course will become active immediately and remain active until it is deleted. To set the dates, click Select Date and use the calendar to navigate and select the dates we want the course to start and end. While it's not necessary, we can also set the start and end date down to the minute. Finally, decide if the course is public or private. Public courses are all listed on your course listing pages for all to see. To register for a private course, the instructor must invite the students that are allowed to register. Private courses are not shown on the course listing page. They're accessed by invite only. Be sure to click the Save button at the top of the page before navigating away to save the course settings. Next, we'll click the Build tab to start adding modules and content to our course. At the bottom of the window, we have a docked toolbar. These are the different learning modules and elements that we can add to our course. We can add headings to help organize and break up our course content. To add a heading, click the Heading button on the toolbar, and a text box will open. Enter the heading text and description text, then click Save to add it to the course. The Presentation button allows us to insert a rich media presentation that was created in the workshop assuming we linked a mini site on the course settings page. Since we didn't link a mini site, we'll skip ahead to HTML page. An HTML page is a modular learning page that incorporates text, images, embedded materials, audio, and downloadable materials into one modular learning element. We can add an HTML page by clicking the HTML button, customizing the settings, and adding content on the HTML build page, or check off the box next to a previously created template. Check out our separate tutorial video on HTML pages. The link is in the description of this video. Assessments can be used as a measure of understanding as a scored test or quiz, and can also be used to create a survey to gather student input using a non-scored assessment. We can add an assessment by clicking the assessment button, customizing the settings, and adding questions on the build page, or by checking off the box next to a previously populated assessment template. There's also a separate tutorial video on the features of assessments, linked in the description below. On the course build page, we can move each of the modules within the course using the Move Module panel arrows to the right. Click the Edit or Delete links to change the module. To add a certificate, click the Certificate button, give the certificate a name, and click Create. Below each of the modules, we have several drop-down menus. From the menus, select if the course is required or not. If a module is required, students must complete the module in order to proceed to the next module and complete the course. Dependency limits access to a module based on the completion of one or all previous modules, and access delay will force a time delay before the module can be accessed. You can set an interval or a hard date and time for the access delay. Once we've completed adding modules to our course, click Save at the top of the page. Notice that we get a confirmation that our changes have been saved. Now that we've built our course, we can preview it in a new tab of our browser and see the student view of the course. Once we've completed adding course content, we must select the course completion point. Just select the button to the right of the last required course curricula module, and now we're ready to publish. Make sure to save, then click the Publish button to publish the course. Because we set our start date in the future, we'll be able to edit the course up until that start date. For edits to go into effect, we must save and then publish again. Thank you for joining me in this tutorial on how to create a course in Encourse. For more information about creating courses with Encourse or step-by-step instructions on any part of creating courses or modules, check out our knowledge base.